Hello everybody and welcome back to another video with Lim Reviews. So today we're going to be checking out a very interesting device. This is the OPPO Reno6 5G. So let's just start off very quickly with the price of this device right here. Now in Malaysia, I don't have the official pricing because I'm recording this before the launch itself. So I'm expecting it to be around the price of 1,008-ish ringgit. Now having said that, let's start off the review straight away with the way it looks, how it feels in hands, and whether it is a device that is worth getting. Alright, so first up, check out this device guys. It looks really beautiful. At the back here, we have this really smooth back panel here that actually has this kind of colors that shifts from side to side. So notice when I tilt it from side to side, it has this different kind of gradient going on. So apart from that, you need to know that this thing here is very slippery. So you might want to use a case, maybe the one that came in the box here when you use the OPPO Reno6, because you don't want to smash it like I did with my OPPO Reno5. Now the best part about this device right here is the sides. I haven't really seen flat edges or flat sides, if you want to call it that way, on an Android device recently. These days, everything is just curved at the back. So I was very happy to see like a totally flat back, flat sides, and flat everything here. So very, very nice there. Another thing I want to point out here is the attention to detail on the build and the craftsmanship of this device. It's very top notch. So we notice that on the right corner here, you do have your power button or your lock button with a tiny green line on the insides. Very nice touch. On the left hand corner, you have your volume rocker. Again, it looks very clean here. And at the bottom here, you have your Type-C port, your SIM card tray, as well as a single firing speaker. Now, although it has a single firing speaker, and I did wish it come with like a dual stereo speakers, but it does sound pretty loud and it sounds good as well. So you won't be really upset about the sound quality that comes with this guy. Another good thing here is that OPPO did provide a Type-C earphones in the box, so you can definitely leverage on that to get some pretty good audio as well. So that's in terms of the design. Very quickly here, let me talk about how it feels in hand. Now this device here is slightly smaller than your average device. This is approximately 6.44 inch, and yes, it definitely fits very well in my hands here. Alright, now that we've done with the size and the build quality and all that, let's flip the device to the front and talk a little bit more about the display and the fingerprint scanner. So let's start off with the fingerprint scanner. At the bottom here, check out this fingerprint scanner. It is very fast and accurate, and I've had no problems at all unlocking my device with the in-display fingerprint scanner. So what I like about it is very quick, and like I said, most of the times it works really well. I'm just going to show it to you guys a couple more times here, and yeah, it just gets in right away. So no issues with that. Alright, now let's talk a little bit about the display. So obviously, like I mentioned just now, this is a 6.44 inch display. It is an AMOLED panel, and it is running at 90 Hz refresh rate. So in terms of display quality, you can expect to see some really nice saturations, deep contrast levels, as well as a 90 Hz refresh rate, which means everything is very smooth and fluid. Now, if you're doing a lot of social media browsing, of course, since you're at home with nothing much to do, you will be very pleased with this refresh rate here because it is very smooth. Although we do not get a full 120 Hz, but 90 Hz is still buttery smooth, guys. Just check out this feed right here. It's just gliding through, and because the display is slightly smaller, the 1080p does look a little bit sharper here on the display. So you can see very fine detail on this display itself. Very good stuff there. Obviously, if you like to watch a lot of videos as well, YouTube works perfectly fine here. Everything is just beautifully displayed on this display right here, and you will not have much issues at all. Alright, so done with the display. Next thing I want to talk a little bit about here is the performance. So when you're buying this device here, most of the people out there buy it because it looks good, they like the cameras and all that, but let's talk a little bit about performance here. So this device here is housing the Dimensity 900, which is similar in performance to the Snapdragon 700 series. So this is a mid-range processor that is pretty good here. And in terms of benchmark scores, this device here is stronger than the Snapdragon 765, is stronger than the Snapdragon 750, but it sits slightly below the Snapdragon 780. So this is just to give you a quick idea on where it sits between those Snapdragon 700 series processors. Now, those are just benchmark scores, and just in terms of day-to-day use, again, I have had no issues here at all. So this device here is running the ColorOS 11, which to be honest is getting lighter and lighter day by day, and I kind of like it right now. And so far I have had no issues at all. Everything has been very smooth. In fact, if you can take a look at my display right here, I do have a couple of games here as well. I have my Subway Surfers, my Mobile Legends, PUBG, Genshin Impact. Everything runs fine, but do take note that you cannot run the highest graphic settings on this device right here. Of course, you can do it, but it will not give you the best experience. The best experience would be to run it at like medium, and then you would get some really good good results running this device, playing games on this device as well. So that's in terms of gaming. Right, now let's move on to the next point. Let's talk a little bit about those cameras at the back. So we have a triple camera setup here. The main sensor is a 64 megapixel. We also have an 8 megapixel ultra wide and a 2 megapixel macro lens, which again, I don't really lose that much of macro lens at all. But in terms of the 64 megapixel main sensor here, it was able to take some pretty good shots. So I'm going to share with you guys a couple of samples of the photos taken on this device right here, so you can check it out for yourself and let me know what you think about these photos taken by the OPPO Reno6. Now, apart from that, what OPPO is really promoting on the OPPO Reno6 here is a couple of fun, cool features with the camera. So you can have this like so-called like a portrait bokeh or portrait flare or something like that, that gives you this really nice blurred kind of background with special effects and all that with the OPPO Reno6. You can also do that with the video camera mode. So very interesting stuff going on with the OPPO Reno6. But again, in terms of the image quality, these days it's really subject to your personal preference. So let me know what you guys think of these photos taken by the OPPO Reno6 that are unedited. Now let's move on to the next point, which is the battery. In this guy right here, although it is very slim and lightweight and all that, it does house a 4300 milliamp hour battery. And the best part about that is that it comes with this 65-watt charger. This huge one right here that actually does pretty well. So apparently in 5 minutes you can charge up to I think 25%. But yeah, the battery was able to last 1 day without any sweat. And in the case where you need more battery, all you need to do is charge up using the 65-watt charger. These days, battery just isn't that much of an issue now. So that's the similar situation that you get with the OPPO Reno6. Last thing before we go, and this is also a very important one, and that is the haptics on the OPPO Reno6. Now the OPPO Reno6 right here comes with a pretty good haptic engine. Good news here, it's very similar to the ones of expensive or more premium devices. You have these very nice, short, subtle kind of vibrations, not like those cheaper devices where it just feels terrible and all that. So it appears in all those tiny interactions within the UI itself. Let's say, for instance, you're going back, you can have that tiny vibrations. When you reach the end of the menu, it will also vibrate very subtly there. So I love the haptics on this device as well. Alright guys, now that I've done talking about everything that you might need to know about the OPPO Reno6, my conclusion here, just a very quick one here, is it worth it to get it for about 1,800 ringgit here in Malaysia? My answer to that would actually be a sounding yes. We do get a very nice design, very good build quality. Of course, there are devices that are more powerful, with better processors that are even cheaper than this device out there. But again, if you're looking for the best performance, you're not looking at the right place here. But if you're looking for a really solid device, amazing build and craftsmanship here, very nice display, overall a very good user experience, then the OPPO Reno6 is something that I would definitely recommend to all of you guys out there. Alright guys, I think that's pretty much it for this video. I know it's a pretty long one. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comment section below. If you support the channel, don't forget to give it a sub and a like, and I'll see all of you in the next one. Stay safe everybody. Bye!